Morning guys, and welcome to week 36. So we now officially have 4 weeks left of being pregnant. I also am now officially in my 9th month of pregnancy, which is pretty cool. So obviously if you've watched my other video, you know that I am having contractions, but they're not very, they're not very contraction-y. They're just coming and going as they please. I would definitely say they're not really Braxton Hicks because they do hurt and I'm getting a lot of pressure down below. I'm also getting a lot of general pain in that area. And I guess they would be what period pains would feel like. I also, I'm out of breath. It's very good, and all I've done is kind of sit down. I'm really out of breath. Yeah, so it's been quite fun. So yeah, just watch that video. It's just me rambling on about it, but obviously when I was talking to people and stuff about it, obviously the first stage of labour can take weeks / days / hours for you to dilate, for it to get to that stage, because obviously you start softening out, and then to get to 3 centimetres it can take days. And I remember when I was pregnant with Edward, my contractions started on the Friday evening. We went to the hospital on Sunday evening and I was not even dilated at that point, but I was still having contractions, which wasn't very nice. And then by the Monday, obviously I had gone in with Edward, and that was in the evening, and I was 1 centimetre, so that proves that it can take quite a few days for this to soften and to go out. Plus I'm only early as well, technically. I'm still got 4 weeks technically to go, so baby is not classed as full term until next week, but I don't personally see baby really staying in time 40 weeks. I think it's going to be out sooner rather than later, although we would like baby to stay in for a little bit longer so that we can move, which would be amazing if he or she decides to stay in there. Obviously the midwife reckons that I should get to 7 centimetres very quick this time, so I guess after I've reached the 3 centimetre mark, then obviously baby should appear not too slowly after that. So hopefully everything will go fine and baby comes out the right direction. So let's talk about some things. I've written a load of stuff down this week just to generally talk about. So number 1 on my list is morning sickness, and I guess it's a bit strange for somebody at 36 weeks to still be getting morning sickness, and I don't get it very often. I can go weeks without it, at most normally 2 or 3 weeks, which I know is quite a lot, but yesterday was not too pleasant. I was meant to go to my friend's house. I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes, and to be honest, I sat on the toilet, I sat on the floor being sick for a little while, but I was actually being sick there as well, not just the crap, because I'd just eaten, to be truthful, and I just had a drink, so everything I'd eaten and drank had just come up, so that's always fun. Backache. I am getting really bad backache, and no part of the day does the backache go. At night I've got a backache, in the morning I've got a backache. I've got a backache all the time. It is very low down, by my tailbone area, and I would say it would go up a couple of inches, obviously above my tailbone, but it's very, very sore and it's horrible. And obviously people keep telling me to take paracetamol and stuff for it, and I'm like, I don't want to take anything for it, it's just a backache. But it's not too nice. It's difficult to walk, so that's always good. Obviously the SPD as well is not helping with the walking. My pelvic bone is so sore to touch and to walk and stuff, and it doesn't really get any better at night as it does in the day. I wake up with it, it hurts still. I go to bed, it hurts to roll over. I mean, you've got a massive bump, and then you got hang on, baby's just moving very low down. It feels not too pleasant. It is literally pressing against my pelvic bone. So yeah, it hurts to walk, like walking Edward to school and stuff. I try at least walking one way, and I am quite lazy sometimes. I will drive the other way today. I'm going to try and drive. Like today I took Eddie to school and I had to go to the shop, so I end up walking to the shop and then back home again. And I try to walk quite fast because I just decided that if the baby's going to decide to come now, I think obviously trying to do a bit more vigorousness might get the baby out sooner rather than later. It doesn't really matter if it comes now. They did say that if baby comes now, baby should be fine. You know, they're just lousy eaters. They're not exactly going to be born too small. I mean, if the baby is born now, I'd guess it would be about 6 pounds, 5.5, 6 pounds. So, you know, that's not really small. I mean, I was 2 weeks early and I was £6.6, I think I was. And I mean, Jay was 2 weeks late and he was only £5 something. So, you know, everybody's baby is a size different. This baby is ginormous. It is huge. It like takes up the whole of me. It's unreal, like how long this baby is, and I think it's going to be a very long and very skinny baby. Contraction wise, they are coming and they're going. And I've had, like, you know, a couple of days where I've not really had that many, and then like in the evening I'll have like a couple of really horrible ones, like really sore, stabby, painy kind of nuss ones, and like general throbbing, like period pain, I guess, and kind of sit there and like Jay made me a hot water bottle the other day. I was like, I don't need a hot water bottle, but I did kind of cuddle up to it in the end, so it was nice and warm, so I was like, hot water bottle. So, you know, that, they're not too nice, but they're not exactly doing too much, so hopefully they, like I said, will stay in for a little bit longer. We are kind of officially ready for it now. Not really. I haven't really washed much of the baby clothes. I've literally washed what's in the baby, the hospital bags. I've now packed my hospital bag just in case, and the baby's bag. And I've obviously tried to put the smallest things in there that I've got, because obviously baby, if it come now, it'll be quite small. Baby's movement is crazy. Like, it moves all the time. It's like the weird little alien wiggle and stuff. So it's very wiggly. His butt is obviously always out and poking me, and it's like gonna be twerking, I think, as soon as it comes out. So it's all fun there. Obviously it goes between days. Some days baby moves a lot, some days baby doesn't really move, and obviously then I got told off because obviously back when I had Edward we did kick counts, and nowadays we don't do kick counts. Well, in the UK we don't do kick counts, we monitor baby or some crap like that. So if a baby doesn't move in a certain time, then obviously I've got to ring up the hospital and go in, and they'll just literally monitor the baby, because Edward obviously got stressed, and they don't want that to happen against this baby, because obviously I don't really want a cesarean, but if baby got distressed, then obviously that's the only option I can have, because I can't be induced. The only thing they can do is pop my waters, and at the moment I don't see them being able to. I don't think I'm dilated none, and I don't really want to shove my fingers up my area to see if I am. But nothing's really come of it. I think when contractions do start, I don't really know what to do. Like when I had Edward, you know, it took so long to get to that stage, and by the Monday I was obviously so tired because they were coming every 2 minutes. They were quite painful. They were painful, and I had no sleep. So by the time the Monday had come, I was tired and I was ready to have a baby at that point. I was fed up. So obviously when I went in with Edward, they kind of took me down to a different ward where obviously you would go for like early stages of labour / if there's something wrong with you, like, you know, if you've got high blood pressure and stuff and they need to monitor you, you'd go to this certain ward. So that's what I did. And then the Tuesday morning, like really early, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got to between 4 and 5 centimetres. So they had taken me up to labour ward, because obviously things could speed up from that point. And then I had him on the Wednesday at 7:30 at night, and I was only 7 centimetres. I ended up having a C-section because he got stressed, because obviously I guess it took too long for him. He just wanted out, and he wasn't too happy in there. Itchiness, I am getting itchy like everywhere. It's really irritating. Like, my legs are itchy, my feet are itchy, like, my boobs are itchy. I'm just generally itchy, and it's like, freaking talk about itching, and I'm itching now. And it is itchy and annoying, and that is very annoying. And I've got really bad blotchy skin at the moment. Can you see it? I like woke up with this yesterday, and it hasn't really gone, and I had it all over my legs as well, but my legs have gone down, which is really good, thank God. And yeah, so it's just a bit annoying though, because this is, I think it's just this dry skin, but like how I'm getting it now, well, I weren't really getting it at the beginning, so now all of a sudden my skin's gone all blotchy, so I need to put some cream or something on that. Last night was quite funny. It's the first time in weeks I've attempted to shave, you know, just in case, because we want that area looking pretty. And it took me about half an hour, because I couldn't see what I was doing. I didn't have a mirror or anything, and I did quite a good job, I must admit. Like, I was there for ages trying to make it look neat. So that was quite funny, and then obviously, yeah, so that was quite eventful. It did take quite a while to do. And what else was I going to say about? There was something else I wanted to say about. Oh, swollenness. My legs are starting to officially swell now, my legs and feet. The only difference is, at this point when I was pregnant with Edward, my feet were huge and my legs were so swollen, but I think that was mostly down to, obviously, I had preeclampsia with Edward, and this time I haven't got preeclampsia, which is really, really good. And also, it was the middle of the summer, and it's one of our hottest summers we have ever had in this country. Like, it was really, really hot. So I think that obviously helped with the swellingness of my legs. But now they're not too bad at the moment, so obviously it's still morning. And all I've done is walk Edward to school. So they are okay at the moment. But, you know, things are starting to get sore now, like my ankles are starting to get sore and my feet. And with what we are generally trying to do and move and stuff like that, you know, it's not really helping. And I am still very tired, and we don't get a lot of sleep at night because obviously pains, and I wake up with like a random stomach ache, and it just drives me mad. But baby is doing well this week. I was half expecting this video to be really short, but for some reason it's really 30 minutes, and I don't think I've been talking for 30 minutes, but apparently I have. So, but all in all, this week has been really good. Next Thursday I have a midwife appointment, I believe, so I shall let you know how that goes, you know, if that goes. And yeah, so we'll see you all next week. Have a nice week, have a nice day, and I'll see you all later. Bye guys.